Hey, 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 welcome to your Pisces horoscopes for the week of September 3rd to September 9th. We continue to have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. Saturn is moving closer and closer and closer to that Aquarius cusp. So it does look like you guys are definitely going to be getting a break from that. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I would say probably in the next month or so, it's going to move on into Aquarius and not plague you quite so much for a minute. But trust me, it will be coming back. Saturn and Neptune continue to be in oppositions with the Sun and Mercury, which continues to be retrograde. A Mercury retrograde by itself is difficult. When you have a planet that's in opposition with it, it just says, guess what? Now this Mercury retrograde problem is even more a problem for you. And so there's a couple of different things I feel that come out of this because both Saturn and Neptune are focused on the home, while the Sun and Mercury are focused on career. So, a couple of different things. This could play out in a couple of different ways. First of all, it's that typical I have responsibilities at home, but I also have responsibilities to my job. In some cases, the job wants more time and you just don't have it because then you can't take care of your responsibilities at home. This also has a lot to do with those that are caretaking right now, where that person that you were caring for, you love them, but they're taking up literally all of your time and you have no time for all the other things that you are responsible for. So it just creates a challenge in being able to take care of everything in the efficient way that you would like to take care of it, basically. Saturn in this specifically with its opposition with Mercury is really difficult, and in some cases is not just bringing that element of having to balance everything, but bringing in somebody else's mess that you're just not responsible for. And part of this lesson is to not take responsibility for things that you are not responsible for because you already have enough on your plate. I think that this happens a lot in families, especially in terms of families that are taking care of other family members. You almost always have one person doing it, and everybody else is not doing anything or expecting that you take on the role of the person you're caring for and take care of them as well. And, you know, it's a really tough situation. And most Pisces don't like to say no, but this is your lesson. Sometimes you have to say enough is enough when somebody is trying to put too much responsibility on your shoulders, especially when it's not yours to begin with. So take responsibility for your own stuff. Don't take responsibility for anybody else's. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for the added stress. The good news is we continue all week long with this grand sextile that Neptune has with Pluto and Uranus. Uranus is focused on relationships. Pluto continues to be focused on the mind and how you think. This is a really interesting thing for Pisces. Pisces tends to be an emotional thinker. And while that's not a bad thing, sometimes it really can trip you up. And if you're really an overly emotional thinker, you're going to pull yourself into a place that is going to be really challenging to get yourself out of. And if you've got a lot of responsibilities right now, you just don't have time to sink into that. And the funny weird thing is that as uncomfortable of a place that may be that you sink into, it's actually a very comfortable place because you know it. You've known it for a really long time. And so it becomes an escape, even though it's an escape that is absolutely not productive. So it can be a vicious cycle as well that you want to avoid if at all possible. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a copy. I would really appreciate that. If you are listening instead of viewing, that's ko-fi.com/heavy metal psychic. I am Melissa Bruce, the heavy metal psychic. I'm totally seeing a spider crawling around in front of me right now, trying really hard not to get all about it. Actually, I lost it. Now I don't even know where it is. That's even scarier. You guys, let me just say a little something about Pisces. You're all 12 signs in one. You have a little bit of the rest of us in you, which means you're pretty badass. So whatever it is that comes at you this week, remember that nobody can handle it better than you can. I will see you guys next week. I know you're going to make it a great week.